dear students, in previous lecture you were study about the autotrophic mode of nutrition, and in the organism how the autotrophic nutrition take place. Now here today we are going to discuss about the heterotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic we were study about the photoautotrophs and the chemoautotrophs with example. Now here the heterotrophic nutrition. First of all, we are going to know about what is the term heterotrophic means. So students, the term heterotrophic is derived from the Greek word hetero, that means other, and trophic means to take nourishment. Trophic means to take nourishment. Thus students, the term heterotrophic means the kind of organism which obtain their nutrition from other organism. It means they are dependent for their nutrition or their food on other organism, hence called heterotrophic organism, and the mode of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. The organism which perform heterotrophic nutrition are called heterotrophs, except plants and some organisms which contain chlorophyll. All other organisms found on our earth are heterotrophs. Now students, we are just taking some example of heterotrophs, and further we are going to explain the classification of heterotrophs and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So students, there are several examples of heterotrophs. Like all animals, cow, goat, buffalo, parasites like pigs, louse, liver fluke, tapeworm, etc. And students, lots of examples of heterotrophs are there. We are also heterotrophs because we are dependent on the other animals and plants for our food. Now, going to discuss the types of heterotrophic nutrition. Types of heterotrophic nutrition. Students, heterotrophic nutrition on the basis of mode of nutrition in organism is classified into following three categories. What are they? That are the saprophytic mode of nutrition, saprophytic phytic nutrition. Next, parasitic nutrition. And after the parasitic, the last one is the holozoic. What is, student? Holozoic nutrition. Now, what are these mode of nutrition and how and what kind of organism perform this type of nutrition, we will discuss in more detail. First of all, taking saprophytic nutrition. Then students, the term saprophytes mean, it is also derived from the Greek word sapro, that means rotten. What? Rotten or decayed. What? Rotten or decayed. It means in this mode of nutrition, the organism intake their food from dead, decaying and rotten substances, rotten organic and inorganic substances. That's why such mode of nutrition are called saprophytic mode of nutrition. Students, you all of you very well witnessed that in old days, when the animals like cow, goat, buffaloes or any other such like huge animals get died, then they are just thrown into the open area, open spaces, and many number of animals like dogs, eagles, vulture, crow are eaten on them. They are hence called scavengers. But here the saprophytic, in this mode of nutrition, the organism just converts these dead and decaying organic and inorganic matter into pre-natural forms. It means they recycled many types of bacteria and some more types of, you can say that, recycling type of microorganism that recycle the more complex substances into simple substances are included in saprophytic mode of nutrition. Now here I am going to write some examples. For example, nitrogen bacteria, many kind of fungi get originated on dead and decaying organic and inorganic matter. For example, mushroom, albugo, mucor, bread mold, etc. arises on the dead and decaying matter and perform the saprophytic mode of nutrition. Now students, next to the saprophytic, now going to define parasitic nutrition. Students, the organism which perform this mode of nutrition are generally called parasite. So what is parasitic nutrition? It is also derived from the Greek word para. Para means other. Here other means host. and nutrition means to take nourishment. So students, parasitic nutrition, in this mode of nutrition, the organism intake their food from any host body, either present on their external body surface or their internal body surface. On this basis, the parasites are also divided as endoparasite and exoparasite. So students, taking some example of exoparasite that just get attacked on the surface of animals or plants body to intake their food. So the amarbeil is a plant parasite that just grow upon the branches of plant and intake their nourishment from the plant body. Likewise, louse, ticks, etc. are the exoparasites that are found on the hairs or dense region of hairs of animal's body, and they suck the blood by present on the external surface of the animal's body. They are the example of exoparasite. Now endoparasites. What are endoparasites? As I was telling you that the kind of parasites which intake their food from their host by present inside their body, not outside, by inside their body. If we are talking the example of endoparasite, then Plasmodium vivax. Yes, it is a causative agent of malaria disease, because either the malaria is spread by the bite of female Anopheles mosquito, but the main pathogen of the malaria is like Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum. These are the species of this kind of causative agent of malaria. Likewise, student, Fasciola hepatica, commonly called liver flu. What? Liver flu is also an endoparasite. It affected the liver and also leads the liver rot disease. Now, the another one is the Taenia solium. That is commonly called tapeworm. These are spread the teniasis disease into the young child up to the age of 5 to 7 years, and teniasis due to presence of this endoparasite into the intestine. Likewise, many more examples of the endoparasites are given, such as Enterobius, Polycardius. These are the many more examples of the endoparasite. Now students, we are just going to discuss another mode of heterotrophic nutrition, that is called holozoic nutrition. As what? Hollow means solid, and June, the zoic is derived from the June. It means it includes the animals, especially animals that intake their food in the solid form. Yes, students, this is derived from the Greek word hollow, that means solid, and June means animals. It mainly includes the animals category, and in this mode of nutrition, the animals are categorized that intake their food from the other animals and plants body as well as their products. So, the holozoic, the animals which perform holozoic nutrition are further categorized into following three categories on the basis of mode of nutrition. What are they? That are herbivore, next one is the carnivore, and the last one is the omnivore. Yes, students, in previous classes you very well study about these kind of organism. First of all, herbivore. These includes the animals which feed upon plant and plant products only, called herbivores. There are many more examples of herbivores like cow, goat, buffalo, elephant, squirrel, etc. are the example of herbivorous animals which are called herbivores. Now students, carnivores, the kind of animals which intake their nutrition from the fleces or meat of other animals' body are called carnivores. Now, what are the example of carnivores? Yes, the lion, tiger, jackal, hyena, eagle, vulture, snakes. Many more examples of the carnivores can be given because these are the kind of animals which feed upon the fleces or meat of other animals. And one thing, students, you all of you notice that when carnivores drink the water, they just use their tongue. This is a peculiar characteristics of carnivore. They never sip the water during the drinking. Now omnivore. Students, as the term omni means all over. It means these are the kind of animals or organisms which take their nutrition from plant and plant products, as usually these animals perform, as well as fleces or meat of other animals, as usually they were performed. So the omnivores can perform or can intake their nutrition from plant and plant products as well as animal and animal products. That's why they are called omnivore. Now taking the example of omnivores, then rat, human, dog. Many more examples can be given of omnivore. Thus students, in this topic we were discuss about the heterotrophic mode of nutrition and their types in more detail. In next video lecture we will going to discuss about the mode of nutrition in unicellular as well as multicellular organism. Thanks.